everyone, and welcome to episode 57 of OCCW Serenity. I am your host, owner, whatever you want to call me. I have so many different roles within this. True Hope Faith, aka True, and joining me this week for the play-by-play is Mike.
This is what happens when no one else volunteers, so you've only got yourselves to blame.
In Jess's defense, you volunteered like 15 minutes ago, but you'd already said yes.
I'm not talking just to Jess. I'm talking to the world in general.
Fair enough.
Jess has been very good for us with commentary. Okay, so our opening match of the evening is the second match in Group B of the G1 tournament to crown a new men's world champion.
And of course, this is from Group B, as we ran the first half last week. And up in this match, we have a former face of the division champion, Riptide, who is going to be facing off against the former world champion, and I believe he may have been face of the division at some point, Dace Night.
I can't remember offhand if Dace ever held face of the division. I'm not sure if he did.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Within world.
But he was world champion very recently. So yeah, Riptide, very sad wet man who lives in a submarine. He's a man somewhat of two halves when it comes to OCCW. He's had some great successes, including being the inaugural clusterfuck winner. Has also at times had very bad losing streaks. So we'll have to see which one of those two Riptides turns up tonight. Against Dace Night.
And his opponent from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 265 pounds, Nightmare!
Dace has certainly had an interesting run of late. Dace is not one of face of the division per title history. Thank you for confirming that for us, Jess.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, Dace has always sort of, he's been there or thereabouts throughout his time in OCCW. Very solid competitor, without ever really breaking out. But then, yeah, he managed to capture the world title, which I believe is his first world title in his entire career. Defended it very successfully against among Marcus Thunder, amongst others, who was on a hot streak of his own. And then Dace lost the title, and now he's in the group to get it back. So, to recap the rules, is 3 points for a win by pin or submission, 2 points for a win by countout. There are no DQs, 1 point for a draw, and 0 points for a loss. Starting with a lockup, and Riptide snapmare roll through into a kick. Both these men are accomplished mat wrestlers. Dace probably the better striker. Riptide tends to go for the legs to try and set up the undertow. Big shoulder tackle from Dace there. Yeah. Riptide seems to be slightly quicker to the draw when it comes to the strikes. I'm trying to wear Dace down with a bow backbreaker. He's just so smooth on the mat, Riptide. Just moves from one limb to another. Now working over the arm. Which is a good plan. Dace throws a lot of elbows, the big rolling elbow. Can weaken the arms, so I'll take that away. Irish whip, Riptide into the ropes. Oh, big German suplex from Dace. He's definitely got the power game. And another one. Holds for bridges for the pin. Carl into position, gets a 1 count. Dace dragging Riptide to the ropes. And oh, this is where you do not want to be, within range of Dace Night's knees. And there we go. Massive boot sends Riptide to the outside. Obviously, all matches in OCCW are no disqualifications, so Dace was nicknamed Horrorcore early in his career, so he might have the advantage in this sort of situation, but Riptide seems to have made a recovery. And now he's going for the legs, as per usual. Doesn't matter how much strength you have, if you can't use your legs to lift people or brace yourself, you're gonna struggle in a wrestling match. Oh, and that right there, a perfect example of absolutely perfect showboating. Exactly the right length of time, although Riptide did take advantage afterwards. And a reverse DDT. Oh, missing with the elbow. Big forearm from Dace. Oh, he's going for the powerbomb. And he hits it. Stacks him for the pin. 2.5. But it was a good early flurry from Riptide. Dace now seems to be, curse the commentator, thought he was going to be on top. Riptide reverses, sends Dace into the corner. Big body slam. Could Riptide be looking to fly? He's calling Dace to his feet. Could be looking for the torpedo. And he hits it. Flying headbutt. Into the cover. Carl into the pin. 2 count for Riptide. Dragging Dace out to the middle of the ring, but you're going to do more than that to keep a man like Dace Night down for any length of time. Riptide with a dragon screw and then a leg breaker again. Oh, this time the elbow's hit. Oh, a scrape at her face. Just disrespectful. Jabs his forearm into the jaw. Only a 1 count. Dace touches the chop. Right hand from Riptide. He's putting the crack and lock in. Is he too close to the ropes? He is too close to the ropes. Carl calling a rope break for once. The Riptide's got himself time to go and get a hockey stick. We are in Canada after all. 1 and done. Goes to the pin. Hooks the leg. Another 2 count for Riptide. Yeah, I hesitate to say it in case I curse him, but he's got back on top again. And working over the arms once more. Stomp to the butt. Oh, Dace didn't like that. Oh, big left arm lariat. Oh, just picks the man straight up off the mat. Massive power slam. Yeah, let this be a lesson, everyone. Do not kick Dace Night in the butt. He really takes objection to that. Going for another power slam? No. Snake Eyes in the corner. Dace Night dragging Riptide away from the ropes. Not sure what he's looking for here. Right. Defenestration. Double arm brainbuster. Carl gets the pin. And that will do it. The former world champion makes an excellent start on his road in his attempt to reclaim the gold. Riptide put in a game performance, as you'd expect. But Dace Night takes the win.
Congratulations to Dace. Little techie thing behind the scenes. I'm trying to find a way to also bring up chat here for you to see what's going on.
So next up, it is a tag match in the women's division as we look to find new contenders. Hey Timothy. look to find new contenders for the women's tag team titles after the West Coast Outlaws successfully defended it going for Gold 4. Fire and Brimstone.
Drogo, of course, we did see last week though.
Yeah, we did see Dragona last week in an unsuccessful attempt, a game performance, but couldn't quite pull it off. Yeah, these two, they've got so much going for them, but it never quite seems to click. One of the worst records in the tag division, I believe. You can always see that there's something there. There's a promise of something more, but as yet, it has not quite come together. On the other hand, at least the curse hasn't reared its head again. Long-time viewers will remember that in, I think, their first or second match, one of his team started attacking the other one for no apparent reason, which was apparently a curse that they're afflicted with, but this has thankfully not come back.
I'd honestly forgot about that. That's why we have you here for the memory reminders.
And up against him, Furia Tormenta.
And their opponent.
Bella and
Sure, you are.
Valentina, yeah.
Yeah, you are of course more familiar with this team than me.
They've had an interesting track record. They've got a good few wins and at times have been a storm and a force to be reckoned with. And then in times, unfortunately, they've not done so great. But of course
Well,
we
ups
have
and downs.
ups and downs, but Valentina and Isabella, and for anyone unfamiliar, Valentina is the taller one with the flower. And these ladies somehow manage to fight in these boots and you not want to be stopped with them.
No. It feels unfair, but then again, you know, we are a hardcore federation, so I guess still those are fine.
Oh, whoa.
Mariana Reyes starting off for Fire and Brimstone against... Damn it, I've already forgotten. Is that Isabella?
That is Isabella. That's Valentina.
That's Valentina, right, good.
We are just going to have to stop stream for 1 second.
Big slam from Valentina. Going for it again. Another big slam. Drops the elbow. Mariana Reyes making a not the best start to this match. Early cover here, very close to the ropes, but kick out at one, as you might expect at this point. Valentina sends Mariana into the corner. Excellent tag team work here, keeping the partner in the corner, tags her own partner in. Shoots Mariana for ropes, double back body drop. Isabella takes over. And just driving those stiletto heels right into Mariana's face. Oh. Hammerlock arm breaker. Mariana has not managed to get anything going. She wants out of there. She's tagging in Dracona Aquarius. Rear waist lock. Isabella was looking the wrong way. Hurricane Rana. Oh, Dragona wants a piece of Valentina as well. Takes her off the apron. And big somersault senton to the outside. Dragona seems to be setting up for something. 2 boots to the side of the head. Dragona has turned this match on its head. Sends Isabella into the barricade. And is mocking her, begging her to get back into the ring. This takes another swing of Valentina. Good grief. Dragona's just... Oh, she could have gone for the count out, but she hits another big senton. She is, and I'm aware that this is a dragon pun, on fire. tilt-a-whirl arm drag. And a drop kick, although it does nothing. Isabella just eats it. Slams the back of Dragona's head into the mat. This is... The pace has really picked up here. Massive flying forearm from Dragona and a kip up afterwards into the ring. Is she gonna take it? She's going to go to Valentina again. Dragona, yeah, she did not come to play this evening. He seems to have expended the gas tank. Carl, get out of the way. Can't you see when a woman is crawling for a partner? Oh, Mariana's finally found her offense. He goes for a spine buster, floats over into the cover. Gets a 2 count. Dragona's managed to bring this match back for Fire and Brimstone. Now it's Isabella's turn to crawl for her partner while Mariana completely ignores that and runs straight into an offensive flurry from Valentina. Well, Mariana comes back this time though, shoots her off the ropes. Another huge spine buster. Oh, Mariana going to the top rope. Calling her opponent to her feet. What's she looking for here? Big double axe handle. Right, now sends her into the corner. Carl, get out of the way. Good grief. Now, Mariana taking her time. Just bouncing Valentina's head off that top turnbuckle. 3 times. Oh, just massive forearm to the jaw. Again, excellent tag team wrestling here. I mean, I know we have no DQs here, but I think, just shoving your boot into someone's throat feels a bit unnecessary. Now, back into the corner now. She still not taking just... How many times can one woman's face be thrown into a turnbuckle? 5. 5 is the answer currently. Mariana not seeming to look to tag in her partner. Oh, and that could have been a mistake. Allow Valentina to get the upper hand. You can't... I was going to say, you can't take your foot off the pedal for one moment, but Valentina appears to have done exactly that. But she tags in Isabella. Big punch to the gut. Oh, quick tags again from La Furia Tormenta. And another gut punch. We have a sledgehammer in play. That sledgehammer to what we will charitably call the body. Oh, this is... Yeah, Valentina is very proud of herself. Yeah, it looks like she's going to go and take issue with Dragona, which, quite honestly, I'm not surprised by, given how many times Dragona attacked her while Valentina was standing on the apron. She has left the sledgehammer there. Not that it matters. Running STO. Okay. Mariana grabs... I've lost track. Is that Isabella?
That is Isabella, yes.
Isabella, yes. Oh, she's shaken up and goes in with a clothesline into the corner. Goes to the cover. Carl down. Valentina comes in. Makes the save but burns the tag. Oh, but Carl's been laid out. So that's sledgehammer shots.
Oh no!
They're not going to help Mariana win the match right now. Big super kick. Tags in Dragona. Dragona wants a piece of a sledgehammer action as well. No, she could go for a pin at any time. Yeah, there's nothing that Valentina can do about that. Well, basement dropkick. Again, Isabella just eats for dropkick. Now she throws Dragona into the corner. She'd be well advised to make the tag. Or, I mean, she can do that as well. Now she makes the tag. And Cena picks Dragona up. Oh, she's going for something. Dragona with a jawbreaker. Bad drop kick takes her opponent off her feet. Goes for the cover. Gets a 2 count. Dragging the larger woman to the corner. Throws her head first into it. There is a theme. Dragon Rage. Hooks for legs.
Hammer.
Onto the hammer. More hammering. Oh. Again, La Furia Tormenta have burned their tag. So Valentina's in there on her own at the minute. Goes for the cover off a lariat. Only gets a 1 count. Oh, burning Haran Karana from Dragona. She might want to cut her opponent off before she makes the tag, but it's too late. Isabella is back in. Dragona seizes the advantage but gets reversed into the corner. Isabella going after her leg, maybe try and slow the high flyer down a bit. But Dragona beats her to the punch. Got punch. And then a rocker dropper. And a leg drop to the arm. I mean, whatever else happens here, you've got to say, Dragona's very much looking like the MVP of Fire and Brimstone. Makes the cover, Carl into the count. Only a 1 count.
Definitely stepping up after her loss last week.
Yeah, again, I mean, she put in a good showing last week, just couldn't quite get it done. Mariana Reyes tagged back in. Taking a shot at Valentina on the outside. Apron suplex.
Valentina's been taking quite the beating when she's not been the active member.
Yeah, I mean, if you soften up the person on the outside, they... Oh. That's the witching hour. Oh, that was 2.9. It does not get closer than that without it being over. Right, from the fireman's carry. Oh, could have been going for Black Magic, but Isabella got out of it. Throws Mariana into the corner. Oh, throws her towards her own corner. Rolling Thunder Frog Splash. And just leaving Mariana there while she tags in Valentina. Doesn't seem like the wisest move, but Mariana apparently unable to make the tag. Stomps at the small of the back. And big elbow. Valentina is a large woman. That's a lot of elbow coming down on you. Oh, Mariana does not want to face that sledgehammer again. Oh. She likes that spinebuster this evening. Goes for the cover. Carlin for the count the pin. And that does it. The spinebuster gets the win for Fire and Brimstone.
Congratulations, ladies. We'll have to find out who your opponents are soon to move closer to getting a tag title shot.
Yeah, that is definitely a good sign there. Fire and Brimstone, who have not had the greatest luck, and might be managing to turn a corner.
I do believe those two fought each other last time for the tag shots, and with Furia Tormenta won, so changing of tides.
Well, and now we have the first of the second round matches for Group A.
Making his way to the ring from Concord, California, weighing in at
And of course, this is the battle of the winners from last week's members of Group A, with Drogo finally Admittedly, finally securing his first official record singles win, as he previously got a win in a thrown together tag team with Gladius Bestia, his brother. But Drogo got the win over Damien Cross of the Black Cross Syndicate last week. And now he is getting ready to face the other winner from last week of Santa Daddy.
Yeah, Drogo very much the dark horse in the G1 title tournament. I say without a singles win to his name, but overcame a former face of division champion and a world title challenger previously, Damien Cross, last week. In what has to be the upset of the round, possibly already the upset of the tournament.
It's worth noticing that Drogo did beat Damien Cross with his own finisher.
Yes, he did. Maybe that was the secret to Drogo's success. Is like if you can't win using your own moves, use someone else's. I have to see whether he pulls out the same trick against Santa Daddy this evening.
Or will Drogo be another person to end up on the naughty list? Well, some people love him, some people hate him, but there's no denying.
I will accept. I said, how can you hate this man? I will accept being confused by this man. I remember the first time I saw him, it was like, I had no idea what's going on here. But how can you hate a Santa-themed exotic dancer?
And of course, Santa Daddy is over here from our affiliated League of Death and Gimmick Wrestling. One of two talents we have from over there. Unfortunately, we have had some of our former OCCW members jump ship to that league. But of course, that's still
pastures.
There's no hostility between them. We have champs, they have champs.
Yeah.
Santa Daddy's been doing amazing over here.
Yeah. I mean, both of Death and Gimmick's representatives have been on a hot streak since they came in. I do wonder who sweeps up all the money before the match starts.
Like the ring crew. Little robot.
Yeah, little Roomba. Okay, Drogo versus Santa Daddy. The winner of this match, assuming there is a winner and it's not a draw, will be in a commanding position in Group A. Group A will get the week off next week, while Group B does both of their second round matches. Monkey flip from Drogo. Getting off to a good early start here. Maybe it's for glow. Maybe his opponents just, can't see properly now he's changed his outfit.
I would argue Santa Daddy being an exotic dancer will be used to seeing the glow.
Well, I don't know. I suspect his natural environment might be quite dimly lit. Drogo, anyway, working over Santa Daddy's arms. I mean, he is certainly an impressive physical specimen. So you don't want to give him room to lift you up and throw you around unless you're into that sort of thing. Drogo apparently is not. Oh, tilt-a-whirl backstabber. That is a move that hates physics. Springwall forearm smash. Drogo really looking to pick up where he left off last week. Chelsea, in her first appearance for us this evening, apparently trying to break Drogo's ankles.
Both men to the outside of the ring.
Yeah, Santa Daddy has not got going at all. Drogo with a trash can and bounces Santa Daddy face first off the trash can. See, this is avoids the clothesline, hits the dropkick. This is definitely a new Drogo.
I was fascinated by the physics-defying trash can. They just wrapped around Santa Daddy and did nothing.
Don't question the trash can. Ronnie Meteora into the barricade. Drogo he's just relentless here, but he does need to be wary of the count. sit out powerbomb, but he needs to get back in the ring. And if he wants all 3 points, he needs to get Santa Daddy back in the ring with him. Drogo, mate, you need to break the count. No. An absolute whitewash. I'm not sure if Santa Daddy got in a single offensive move. But Drogo takes the win, but via counter was not able to break the count or get Santa Daddy in, so he moves on, but he's only on 5 points instead of 6, which could prove crucial.
Drogo will have to definitely be focused in his final match of his group to secure that win and move on.
And now we have a singles match. Hawke Morgan, who last week was unsuccessful in her attempt to gain a shot at the Women's Face of the Division Championship. Her opponent last week, Winnie Kidd, will be having her shot later this evening against Piper, the other representative from Death and Gimmick Wrestling. So Hawke gets a chance to get back on the winning streak this week.
She did recently issue a warning to all the women of the singles division that she was back here and ready to fight after dominating the women's tag division.
Yeah, if I was Hope, I'd be angry as well. Given she joins her cousin True in learning that you should just never trust anyone from the LeBlanc family. Here comes Ana Flores.
If only they'd both listened to Faye, who could have told them that from day one.
Yep. Ana Flores still looking to get back her initial hot streak. She came in, she made a splash, she won the Face of the Division title. She's doing really well. Lost the belt and then kind of hit the skids. She's managed a couple of matches here and there, a couple of wins here and there since then, but has not really managed to get any momentum going. So she needs to see whether she can take advantage of any singles rust left in Hope after her dominance in tag team. But if last week's anything to go by, Hope hasn't quite got back onto the singles mindset yet. She seems very relaxed. Anna, rather more intense, as you might expect. Oh, Hope got in the first shot, but then Anna immediately counters into a hip toss and hits a trio of elbow drops. Not here to mess around. Springboard tornado DDT. Hooks Hope up. Oh, I thought she was going for a suplex there. Turns it into a spinning neck breaker instead. Good improvisation, keeping her opponent guessing. Puts Hope into the ropes. Drops down. Take your flatline account. That's the first one of the night. Hope doesn't want to taste another one. Fights out of that. Now, working Anna's arm over in the ropes. Oh. Comes back off the ropes into a tilt-a-whirl head scissors. That's dangerous with those spurs. And takes Anna to the ropes again. Hope. See, and just a blatant choke across the top rope. Hope really using the ring infrastructure to her advantage. Yeah, Anna probably does not want to be in that corner. Oh, follows up with a drop kick. And then a jumping stomp. Going for the head scissors again, different setup this time. Anna rolling to the outside. Clearly wants to get a bit of space. Hope is slowly pursuing her. And gets fed face first into the ring apron for her trouble. Oh, that was nasty.
Anna hit the back of her head on the steps there.
Yeah, it's like a knee face buster, and then Anna hits the back of the head on the steps and then gets thrown into the other steps. And Hope, it seems. Oh no, I thought she was just going to wait there and see if Anna beat the count, but she's gone back outside.
He graciously reset the count for Anna, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's very sporty. Somewhat surprising, but
Maybe Hope's not done playing.
yeah, maybe she wants to beat Anna in the ring. Oh, she's going for the head scissors again. I mean, this feels disrespectful at this point, but shoots to half, rolls her over, Chelsea in to count the pin. Only a 1 count. Don't think anybody was expecting to win there, but make your opponent expend energy. Tennessee Twister. Very close to the ropes. Anna kicks out. I mean, I was surprised. I thought a rope break might have been called there, but
That was more of a rope break than some of the questionable calls we were getting last week.
yeah. Oh, Anna.
Oh!
I'm not sure where she was going, but she missed. Chair shot from Hope. Oh, running Hurricanrana from Ana Flores. Now shoots Hope into the ropes. Flatliner number 2. Chelsea.
Really slow on the count there.
Hope kicks out before Chelsea can even make a count. I think we might need Jonah back. Another Tennessee Twister. Where is she getting these from? Hooks for leg. That could well be it if Chelsea actually makes the count. That is indeed it. Hope Morgan back into the singles scene with a win now.
She decided that the first Tennessee Twister wouldn't match. The second round would do.
If at first you don't succeed, drop a woman on her head again.
Well, congratulations to Hope there. But now back into the men's battle.
So this match is a triple threat match, and the winner of this match will be getting a title shot at the men's Face of the Division Championship. So Khage Robichaux had a title shot. Now I'm just trying to remember exactly what had happened here, because he had a title shot. It was against Santa Daddy.
And it ended in a double count out.
So the match was rerun going for gold with the addition of Kai Winters to make it a triple threat. And Kai won the match.
Getting the pin against the former camp, at the current camp at time of Santa Daddy.
Yeah. So Khage was not involved in the decision. And then Hawke won his submission match against Deckard Christopher last week, which puts Hawke into contention for a possible shot at the Face of a Division title against the third member of his match, Gladius Bestia, who's also won a hard-fought match against Deckard Christopher. So we've got 3 men who've been on somewhat choppy courses of late, but have currently, 2 of them are on an upward trend, and one of them is just on a sort of level trend, and we need to work out where he's going one way or the other.
It's always worth mentioning, as I do forget it at times, that Hawke is a former men's world champion.
He is. And to be fair, he lost the title because he was cashed in on through the gotcha briefcase. But he's never really got back into that picture since.
And after coming off quite a few impressive wins following his suspension, Gladius Bestia beat Deckard Christopher and Jayhawk in a tag team with Drogo, and then proceeded to beat Deckard Christopher again in singles competition when Deckard was fully set on getting revenge against the attack Gladius originally did to him.
Yep. So yeah, Gladius, someone else who's did not have a good start to his career here in OCCW, but has now managed to turn this around somewhat. His brother Drogo appears to be following his example. Might just be a case of it took him a little while to work out the OCCW style, get their feet.
Besides, the aggression and ruthless brutality are the ways that seem to work best here.
So it seems, yeah. So one of these three men will face Kai Winters. I was going to say next week, but we're having a break next week on our next show, which will be in a fortnight's time.
It will also be 20 episodes since we took over.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say it seems longer, but then there was a big gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were on hiatus. Okay, Khage Robichaux versus the Professor Jayhawk versus Gladius Bestia.
And this is first to fall.
Khage and Gladius locking up. Oh, immediate double team from Gladius and Jayhawk. Pancaking Khage in the middle of the ring. And then, as these things tend to happen, it immediately breaks down. Oh, running neckbreaker from Khage. Oh, what a big boot.
What?
Well, yes. I mean, yeah, it's just absolute chaos, as triple threats tend to be. As a twisting, wow. Some sort of twisting buster there from Gladius Bestia. Just the initial chaos of a triple threat as each man tries to gain an advantage, gain it in enough space from one of their opponents to have a good chance of taking out the other. Oh, Khage with a big Superman forearm into the corner. Now putting the boot to Gladius Bestia, but Jayhawk is content to let him cook for the moment. And now comes in with a jumping neckbreaker. That's 25 years of experience there. Inverted suplex from Jayhawk, but he took his eye off Gladius Bestia.
Each of these men have been capitalising when the other's back's turned and they haven't got the strongest ring awareness.
Well, it's the only way to do it in a triple threat. You've got to have your head on a swivel at all times. Jayhawk ducks the kick. Oh, but Gladius Bestia catches him with a wheelbarrow, springboard wheelbarrow bulldog anyway. And then Khage comes in. Khage has a shot. Jayhawk flying off the top to the outside. That's not particularly common. Khage just threw a shovel at the man. Oh, Gladius Bestia has him hooked. Ooh. There's a full Nelson twisting facebuster.
And a big boot to Jayhawk.
Khage scores with that big boot again. Throws Jayhawk into the steps. And just lariats Gladius's head off nearly. And so Khage knows that he needs to take these opportunities because... Oh. Double team again. Different combination this time. Double Russian leg sweep. And Khage just throws Jayhawk into the steps again. Everybody's... You get steps, everybody gets steps. Oh, Jayhawk with a rear waist lock. Everybody gets steps. Oh, Gladius Bestia was setting up for something there, but Khage interrupted him. Gladius gets out of that, hits an inverted DDT on the outside. Jayhawk Class dismissed on the outside. But, although there's no disqualifications, you can't win the match out here. One of Khage or Jayhawk should really try and get the other one in the ring to make the pin while Gladius Bestia is out of it. Big running dropkick from Robichaux. Yeah, working over Hawke's legs. Gladius Bestia is doing something with a trash can on the outside. I thought we were going to have a good old-fashioned 10 count into the turnbuckles there, but Jayhawk had enough of that after one.
Khage is busted open.
Yep, Khage has been busted open. Khage hoists up Gladius Bestia. Snake eyes into the corner. Goes for the cover. That's never going to work directly in front of Jayhawk. You need to have both men down or incapacitated somehow before you can make a pin on one. Jayhawk makes the pin. Chelsea in for the cover. Only a 1 count. Oh, Jayhawk looks like he's going for the wingspan. Again, Gladius Bestia is right there. And he's not going to have any of that. That's the beast bomb from Gladius Bestia. Now this might be our first opportunity at an actual win, but Jayhawk kicks out. But Khage was down. That was just Jayhawk there. Oh, moonsault into an inverted DDT from Gladius Bestia. Wonderful athleticism. And stretching out Khage's arm. Jayhawk just no, you're not clotheslining me. Onto your face you go. And drop to the arm now, approaching Khage in the corner. Working over Khage's arm. Oh, tiger suplex from Gladius does not go for the pin. That's the beast of burden on Khage. Doesn't go for the pin again, probably wise because Jayhawk was right there. Suicide dive from Khage, through the ropes, wipes out Gladius Bestia. Jayhawk has a barbed wire bat, but can't seem to find his way past the trash can. Oh! This interrupts the already bleeding Khage Robichaux. Jayhawk had that move from Gladius Bestia scouted. Big German suplex. Holds on, rolls through for a second. And a third on the... Oh, but Khage immediately in with a barbed wire bat. Just no chance here for anybody to just take a moment. Now, Jayhawk with a label lock. But again, you can't get the submission on the outside. Even had Khage tapped, it would not have counted. I suppose one thing we failed to mention was that Khage and Jayhawk had a big rivalry not that long ago.
They did, and since that rivalry, Khage has been a bit more brutal in his tactics.
Yep, he was doing some more whooping of Jayhawk, but he didn't get a chance there. What the hell was that? Sort of rolling through into a neckbreaker, I think, from Gladius Bestia. Try and take advantage with Khage. Khage fights him off. Massive powerbomb. Just throws a trash can at Gladius Bestia. Jayhawk with a clothesline. Goes for the quick cover. Chelsea into counter pin. And that's it. The Lariat wins it for Jayhawk, and he is going to be taking a title shot at Kai Winters.
Jayhawk was capitalizing on Gladius Bestia being injured and outside the ring.
Yeah, I mean, he's a veteran. He knows the game. I mean, Jayhawk, his speciality is classic wrestling one-on-one matches, but he's been around long enough to know how you win a triple threat. And he's shown it this evening.
I'll have to see how he does against Kai Winters in 2 weeks' time.
Mm-hmm. So now we have the losers from Group A's first round of the G1. Damien Cross of the Black Cross Syndicate, who suffered that surprising loss to Drogo.
Drogo, as you said, was the dark horse, but Damien has normally been very good in singles competition, despite originally joining OCCW in a tag team. He's had several world title opportunities, notably against Panic at every turn. But now, I don't think these two have ever fought in singles competition.
I don't. Primarily been a tag team competitor.
Indeed, they may have faced each other in Rumbles and Chambers, but in terms of one-on-one, not really. Sugar Meat has normally not had the best of luck in singles. Sometimes he surprised us, but he does come off being one of the longest reigning men's tag teams, and they were undefeated until recently, after a surprising loss against the enormous monster team at Going for Gold. But he's not let that get him down. Sugar Meat's still got that great positive energy that the crowd loves.
Yep. So each man really needs a win here if you're going to have any chance of progressing in the tournament. Hip toss from Damien. Atomic drop from Sugar Meat.
Yeah, sorry for the few technical glitches we might experience during this match. Our camera feeds seem to be stuttering a little. You know, to leave should be fine for the rest of it.
Big stomps to the back. Now knee to the back. And again. True, what I will say is that the audio I'm getting is completely out of sync with the video.
It's okay on my side, but if you please hold. Okay.
Okay, there we go. Right. Sugar Meat back into the ring. Damien follows in. Sugar Meat already busted open, which, given those barbed wire baseball bat shots, is not really surprising, but he drapes Damien over the top rope, picks Damien up by his neck and throws him across the ring. Now, Damien is not a small man. Now working over Damien's legs.
These men are certainly in our tall boy category in this league.
Yep. Ah, Sugar Meat with big knee to the face.
Damien taking a nap on the outside there.
I can't relax around Sugar Meat. Now working over Damien's arm. Throws Cross into the ring. And straight back out again. Is he? We have stairs. Stairs are in play.
Stairs have been been a popular weapon of OCCW in the past. Oh, it looks like Carl's slowly pushing the steps out there.
Carlos decided that he does not want stairs in the ring. It's too much of a health hazard. Shigami throws Damien off the ropes, hits him with a big shoulder tackle. Oh, a massive powerbomb. Goes for the cover. Only a 1 count. Now just deadlifting Damien into a release gut wrench suplex. Oh. Big ending from Sugar Meat. Hooks the leg. Damien kicks out. But Sugar Meat has started to take charge of this match. Pulls Damien away from the ropes. Not sure what he's going for here. Oh, headlock driver from Damien.
So Damien's going for the springboard there, but Sugar Meat denied it.
Yeah.
Hiccup.
Oh, no. Now Sugar Meat with a choke on the ropes. I'm not sure if Todd Wilcox would approve of that. Sugar Meat's tag team partner.
Maybe he's been learning from Todd. Todd has been a bit more aggressive himself the last few weeks.
Yeah. Big overhead belly to belly from Sugar Meat there. He definitely wants the stairs.
He's bringing them in the ring, trying to keep them away from Carl.
Carl's just circling around. Sugar Meat has Damien up. Oh no, that right there is how you kill a man. He's going to the top rope. That's what, 350 pounds of cowboy on the top rope. Massive double axe handle.
Carl trying to push the stairs out the ring again.
Big splash. Let me peeling Damien Cross off the mats here. Oh, he peels himself off, reverses that, lands a couple of good shots on Sugar Meat. Damien's fired up. He wants something big here. Throws Sugar Meat in and through the stairs. Going for a chair. He doesn't want no stinking stairs. It's chairs versus stairs. And stairs win. Sugar Meat goes for the cover. Carl into count the pin. Stairs to the face defeats Damien Cross, who is now mathematically eliminated from the tournament. But if Sugar Meat, just trying to think, Sugar Meat has still got to face Drogo, hasn't he?
Yes.
So if Sugar Meat wins, then he's on 6 points. Drogo's on 5, which would make Sugar Meat the winner. If Santa Daddy beats Damien, Santa Daddy is on 6 as well.
What do we do if we end up with 2 people on 6?
We will burn that bridge when we come to it.
Okay.
Yeah, and now we're going to say a slightly different tone, but to be honest, Triple L is not massively a different tone to Sugar Meat, at least.
And their energy. They definitely both hype up the crowd, even if Triple L is still associated with the ambiguous, we don't know what's happening with them kingdom.
Yeah. So I get the impression that Triple L was never that much into the kingdom anyway. They're just along for the ride.
Just followed Mars.
Yep.
Followed their partner. We've seen that happen for a few people here, and it gets them in some interesting situations.
So now Triple L has an opportunity this evening to make a big splash, because they're up against former world champion, the longest reigning world champion of all time in OCCW, but Panic has been on something of a downward slope recently. So I think there's there's still name value to taking him out, but it might be an easier proposition than it was, say, a year ago. That's for sure.
It certainly could lead to good things. Kai Winters beating Panic led him to being added to the face of the division title match, and now look where he is.
Well, yeah, I mean, Kai put probably the most comprehensive beating on Panic that we've ever seen.
There was so much blood in the ring after
He was leaving puddles of it. It was quite disturbing.
It was the most blood we've seen on a league that allows colour.
Still, the self-proclaimed left hand of God, definitely not one to take lightly.
He's still very formidable in everything that he's done here. He also did have an interesting run when he was during the mixed tag Q1.
yeah, that was slightly less successful. Maybe you shouldn't team with romantic partners.
I would like to argue that True Kuiper would like to argue that they've been successful as a tag team, and so did Harvey and Stacey when they were employed by us.
Yeah, they just couldn't win a match anywhere else, or in singles competition. Anyway, no. Triple L versus Panic, something of a mismatch in terms of size. Good grief. Panic starting off by just throwing the smaller competitor around. I'm not sure what Triple L was trying there. Maybe just to sort of try and get on eye height with Panic.
Just try and psych out with a false neck breaker.
Oh, Panic already going for a weapon. I'm not sure if he needs one, but well, Triple L doesn't give him a chance to use it. Oh, it takes a big man off his feet.
I think Panic sees the horns as a threat. Do not want to be headbutted with them.
Triple L goes into the steps now.
As said earlier, everybody gets stairs.
Oh, Panic just hoisting him off his feet by the throat and dumping him down again. We're already up to a 6 count. Panic really needs to get this match back into the ring. Well, both of them do. He throws Triple L in. Follows him. Oh, Triple L slips out of that one. Chop block takes the big man down. And just dumps him back of the head first into the mat. Ooh, arm wrench. Leg lariat there. You really need some flexibility to get your foot up that high when Panic's that tall, but as we saw from Triple L's entrance, he definitely has flexibility.
I'm a V-Bat.
Oh, Panic apparently wants no part of this. Oh, there we go. Lures Triple L into it.
Panic trying to break another member of the roster's ribs.
Oh, running tornado DDT from Triple L. Well, it was Panic's ribs that suffered at the hands of a sledgehammer when Toxic beat him for the world title.
Well, Panic doing frog splashes off an ambulance onto Sebastian Blackwood broke his ribs.
Yeah, that's very true. A frog splash off the ambulance will do that. Hip toss from Triple L takes the big man over with surprising ease. And a sure DDT. You know, you can say what you want about Triple L in terms of presentation, mannerisms, behavior, but, you know, there's no fear here. Just going after the bigger competitor without any concern. And, yeah, managing to wriggle out of stuff as well. Just unloading with right hands on Panic on the outside. Oh, Panic ducks a kick, which takes a bit of flexibility of his own. Drops Triple L with a headbutt. Just, I mean, I don't want to say there's no technique there, but it's not like Tank needs technique. It's just so strong. It just clubs you in the back, or sledgehammers you in the gut. It's a 7 count. Again, Panic. Oh, Panic went for the Nightfall. Triple L hopped over it. Narrowly avoiding a count out, both men. That's Nightfall. Looks for leg. And that's a win for Panic.
Things be on the up and up for him.
Yeah. I mean, Triple L brought the fight. There's no doubt about that.
None at all. That was a very impressive display by both competitors. First up next, we have our main event before the main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Fighting Championship.
So yes, the first of 2 title matches this evening. This for the Women's Face of the Division Championship. Captain Winnie Kidd, who, after overcoming some issues with her former stablemates, managed to defeat Hope Morgan in the qualifying match last week. And so she gets a shot at the Women's Face of the Division title, currently held by Piper, the other representative from Death and Gimmick Wrestling. Piper, who if she makes this defense, that will be her 4th consecutive defense of the Face of the Division belt, which will be a record. Piper has a singles loss to her name, which was an unsuccessful attempt at the World Heavyweight Championship. So yeah, I mean, Winnie Kidd, she's a former Face of the Division champion. She's been in OCCW for a while now, longer than Piper, but make no mistake, there is definitely a big challenge ahead of her here, because Piper, for all that she's chill and relaxed, just here for the vibes, but she's quite clearly a superlative competitor.
This would also be Winnie's 2nd time, if she won tonight, of being face of the division champion.
Yeah. And your face of the division champion from Death and Gimmick Wrestling, Piper.
I do like Piper's music, it's fun.
Yep.
I love energy and hype for someone that is so laid back whenever any of our interviewers have spoken with her. Probably one of the chillest, most relaxed members we actually have over here compared to a lot of our other people that have vengeance, vendettas, love feuds.
Oh yeah.
You name it, we've probably had it.
Yeah, Piper's just here for a good time, and it turns out that she's also a really good wrestler.
And despite rapping Death and Gimmick, they're in OCCW colours. Playing both brands effectively. Bit unusual mishap with our belt there, but I can show you our belt is perfectly fine.
Yeah, that strange squelching sound effect. Never get used to that.
No.
From Venice Beach, California, the Women's Fighting Champion, Piper.
And of course, it's our fighting champion because you defend this nearly every other week. Definitely a workhorse if you get that belt.
And as a reminder for everyone, if you make 5 successful defenses of the belt, you automatically qualify for a shot at the world title. So Piper is now 2 defenses away from that. And we are underway. Oh, Winnie Kidd starting off with a forearm to the face and a big right hand. I mean, this is ambitious, I'll say that. Chelsea, I have no idea what she was doing over there. Not that it really mattered. Now, Winnie drops the elbow. Hooks Piper up. And vertical suplex, as Gordon Soley would have said. Double axe handle to the back. Rolls her over, hooks the leg. Winnie, I can't help. I mean, maybe the intention is just to make Piper wear herself out by kicking out, but you're going to need more than that. Piper's had enough. Sends Winnie to the outside, and Winnie hits her head on the steps. So if it's that, something like that may have contributed to Ana Flores' defeat earlier in the night. Now, Piper, she may be chill, but she'll go after an opponent if they're injured. You know, she is here to win. Oh dear. Piper crashed it, wipes out there. Went for the suicide dive when he was ducking to try and find a weapon under the ring, but now Piper recovered really well. It sends Winnie face first into the apron. Didn't quite work out. Headlock and a punch from Winnie Kidd.
Winnie really needs to get Piper into the ring because you cannot win a title via countout.
Yeah, she needs to, well, if she's not going to get Piper into the ring, she needs to get in there and reset the count. She said she's going for a weapon. Oh, both women now back in the ring. Oh, Winnie just picking up where she left off. Punches and kicks, and a spinning slam into a punch to the face. Oh, don't know what Winnie was going for there, but Piper cut her off with a jawbreaker and a springboard clothesline. Now dragging Winnie to the corner. Clothesline and a neck snap. Oh, Piper heading up to the top. Oh, jumping kick from the top to the outside. Punts Winnie repeatedly in the head. Now she's got that chair. Doesn't get a chance to use it. Winnie cuts her off. Sends Piper into the barricade. A lot of brawling on the outside in this match. Winnie, that was a bad choice. She fights Piper off. Dumps her into the corner and to the floor. Now dragging Piper to the far corner. Starts working the champion over. Oh! Full Nelson head smashes into the corner.
Turnbuckle's seen a lot of action tonight with people having their heads smashed into it.
Yeah. Oh, monkey flip from Piper. Goes to the cover, hooks her leg. Chelsea in position. Gets a 2 count, but Winnie Kidd kicks out well ahead of the 3. Piper just taking a moment, soaking in the vibes. Probably shouldn't have soaked in them quite so long. Oh, but I don't know what Winnie was going for there, but Piper cut her off with a DDT. Oh, Winnie with a fork and arrow on the outside now. Yeah, Winnie really looks like she wishes this match was a Falls Count anywhere. Oh, Dragon Screw from Piper. Finally throws Winnie back into the ring. Oh, massive jumping boot there. The champion has regained some sort of control of this match. Oh, she seems to have something in mind, calling Winnie to her feet. Has her up. 720 stunner. That's won Piper more than one match. Hooks for leg. Chelsea takes the count. But Winnie kicks out. And still, Piper is definitely on top now.
This is wrestling chants from the crowd. They are certainly loving this match.
Yeah, I think it's slightly worrying that it's taken into the penultimate match for the crowd to realise what they're watching. But
there were some chants during the tag team match.
Piper looking for a weapon, maybe trying to find something that's going to put Captain Winnie Kidd away. As a kendo stick. Doesn't get a chance to use it. Winnie cuts her off with a flurry of punches and a big right hand. Not even quite a 2 count off that, but it was just a big old right to the kisser. Well, Winnie is definitely letting her fists do the talking. Piper fights out of that. Oh, Winnie catches the kick. Forearm to the face. Oh, a sleeper hold. Piper fights out of it with a jawbreaker. I do get the feeling that the next big hit could be the one to win this match. Oh, Winnie Kidd duck, whatever that was going to be, hits a clothesline instead. Going for the kendo stick. And breaks the kendo stick over Piper's body. Big side kick. But Winnie's going to the top rope. Calling Piper to her feet. She could be looking for the Plunder Cat. Goes for the win. We have a new face of a division champion. Winnie Kidd with the Plunder Cat. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit sad. Piper was on a massively impressive run. And, you know, I would have liked to see where it leads, but full congratulations to Winnie Kidd, face of a division champion for the second time now. And really putting an exclamation point on, you know, some of the struggles that she's been having with the people who were formerly her allies.
Just because Piper didn't get to the 5 defenses for an easy cash into the title doesn't mean management aren't aware of the incredible defenses and work put in by Piper.
Oh no, I think we'll definitely be seeing more of her.
Speaking of the women's world title,
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's World Championship.
to run her way here, and it's been a while since she's been able to catch it in due to Andrea Montgomery running up the gauntlet, but here is your number one contender, Faith Adams. Now, whilst her and Andrea Montgomery are going to be facing off, the women do share a thing in common in different leagues. They have both faced a gauntlet set by King Annie Eclectic, and both women aced those gauntlets. They each won all their respective matches, and then both claimed their world titles off King Annie. Faith, a former world champion herself and a former face of the division champion, is looking at getting her third championship within OCCW, fighting our new champion, Andrea Montgomery, and her first title defense of her second time run as world champion. But will the Winnie Killer kill this other legend?
Yeah, Andrea's first run, she lost the title on her first defense. She's obviously going to be looking to do better this time. Well, I mean, she has worked out which way around it goes now. Yeah, Andrea Montgomery, a 20-plus year veteran, took issue with King Annie Eclectic's strange behaviours, having known Annie for much of that time. Andrea decided that she needed to beat some sense into Annie Eclectic, so she ran through the Midnight Kingdom, won her way to the title shot, and took the belt. We have not seen
last woman standing.
Yeah, last woman standing match. We've not seen Annie Eclectic since. So now Andrea puts that behind her and moves on to, I guess, her new role, not as the person chasing the belt, but the person defending it.
And her opponent from Biloxi, Mississippi, the Women's World Champion, Andrea Montgomery.
Andrea Montgomery keeping her one last run out of possible superstition, not wanting to change since it's brought her so much luck so far.
Well, I think maybe she is on one last run. I mean, I don't know exactly how you define a run. I don't know if she's intending to retire as soon as she loses the title. But, yeah. Andrea's somewhere in her 40s, I believe. I think she knows that her time may be limited. Starting off hot against Faith. Oh, tilted well into an armbar. Now Faith manages to get out of it, but hooks Andrea up. Oh, suplex into a stunner. Just stomping away. Yeah, Andrea, very much a high flyer, quick mover. Faith, more of a street fighting background or style. Suplex into a stunner again. Oh, goes for a high-risk move of her own, but misses. Andrea saw that coming. And knee drop to the arm. Oh, Andrea just so quick, using her speed. Faith doesn't seem to know where she's coming from, although she managed to counter that. Really fluid takeover there from Montgomery. Rear waist lock and a bulldog. Faith rolls to the outside to collect herself, but the outside is no refuge from Andrea Montgomery. Rope step, tope con hilo. Dumps Faith onto the mat, chases after her. And a standing shooting star press. Oh, Faith dug that though. For a clothesline, but Andrea right back with a running Hurricane Runner. Now heads back to the ring. She does have champion's advantage now, of course. It's surprised if she needs to use it. Faith is back on her feet. Faith. Faith. Count is not on your side here. Oh. Andrea hits a double axe handle off the top. Chelsea is confused by the trash can. Only a 1 count. Andrea dumps her into the corner and then down onto the mat. Working over the arm again. Might be trying to weaken that arm so that Faith can't hit the Mancunian slam so easily. Oh, turnabout is fair play. One of Andrea's favoured finishing moves is the done and dusted double arm DDT. If you haven't got a working arm, that's going to be harder to hook up. And Faith just choking her with the Converse. Pulls her out of the corner into a powerbomb. Clotheslines Andrea to the outside. But again, Faith needs this match to be in the ring. That's the only place she can win the belt. Everybody gets theirs. Rolling monkey flip from Andrea. Stairs again. Andrea has a kendo stick, not quite sure. Yeah, sometimes you just got to get your steps in. Faith needs to be aware of the count. We're at a 9, I believe. Oh, both women back in the ring. Straight jacket neck breaker from Andrea Montgomery. Jumping double stomp, I think, to the arm, but the trash can was in the way. Thanks, camera crew.
I don't
know what she was going for there, but Faith didn't want any part of it. This time, that's an over-the-top rope nope. Faith saw it coming. Andrea crashed and burned on the outside, and now Faith's putting the boots to her. Again, submission on the outside, not going to win you the match.
LC?
Oh, she's got a hook. Done and dusted. Done and dusted from Andrea Montgomery. Hooks the leg. And that does it. Andrea Montgomery successfully defends the women's world title.
Here is your winner, and still the Women's World Champion, Andrea Montgomery.
You've got to think there's some validation there for Andrea after winning the world title earlier in her OCCW run, but then losing it in her first title defense to Livy Lockhart. Now she's won the belt and she's held the belt. A good attempt from Faith, but not to be on this occasion.
Well, that is going to be it for this week's episode. And since you're all watching on YouTube, you won't have noticed as many glitches.
Hopefully.
Again, big thank you to Mike for joining today. Mike, you got any final words before we end this?
No, nothing really, other than if you want to read my science fiction and fantasy novels, then you can. It's Mike Brooks. I write my own stuff and I write for Warhammer as well.
And thank you everybody for watching. And a reminder, there is no episode next week because taking a break because Mania, and I'm insane with my sleep schedule for that. But yeah, thank you all for watching and we hope to catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.